Test, test, test. Hello, sorry, I might be a little bit loud. Professor, Bruce, how are you doing today? I inserted this disc for you to explain what I learned in your FED class. So I will start off by my treatment. My treatment was the first thing that I wrote before I started my script because it entails the whole story from point A to point B, and it also keeps me from becoming lost in my own script, as you said, putting myself into corners. So I wrote my script first, and where do we go now? Two men, they fall in love, and well, they're already in love. They're making love in the morning time, and they get up. They have a slight conversation, and then Scott is off. So Scott is automatically the I of this film, this short student film, is that Scott and Lynn are having sex, basically. They're making love, and then boom, he's off to his wife. And so that's my really quick, really sharp, to the point. And what I did was, well, here it is here. I'll just I'll insert it in this. It's going to be here. But through writing my script, I found out that things always change. Uh, Dialogue changed, storyline changed, plots changed. It's just, I know I wrote a treatment, but it was just too hard. There's so many other ways to take a story, especially when you're showing it, to people. And I'm a moviegoer myself, and I love to watch film, and those questions of what if I take it this way, what if it goes that way? I mean, why shouldn't Lynn go? Why shouldn't Lynn not be upset? Why should he be upset? Why shouldn't Lynn just get a knife and start chopping Scott's wife into pieces? But I had a format which is more of a gore. I want it to be gory, but I want it to be formal. I want it to be formal, but at the same time, I don't want it to be boring. And then I want to tell a good story. I don't want to break my disbelief with the audience, and I want to keep it going, interesting. I want their emotion to be, preoccupied with what they're seeing. So um, this is what I try to keep intact, even though I went off a little bit. So at the end, one of the things that changed were Scott's condition. I was going to have Scott become paraplegic and lose his legs, but then I thought that might bring another story, and does Scott really, does this story really, does it really need a second part to it? I mean, it could get complicated, it could get boring, it could just plain get stupid. So I chose to kill Scott. Scott is dead. The man died, and that's one of the things that changed. And then and then I wanted, even the spelling of Lynn's name changed. I started it off with Lyn, and the eyes, Lynn's too masculine, and or it could be too girly, so I just put the Y, question mark. And the way that that Lynn and Alexi, Scott's wife, meet for the first time is also in the ending, which is in my script, so with that there. The second thing that also that also changed. I used a couple of words, sorry about that, but I thought that it was like very edgy to use that. I've never really have been in a movie where I've heard someone, call somebody faggot, So I thought that, gay people would come and see it, and straight people would come and see it, but everybody would be appalled by, oh sure, it looks like she's menacing faggot, but more than likely she isn't, and then she does. And then she doesn't do it once. She confronts him. She's so upset that she opens up the window and she screams out the window again. So things just change, and the name of the film, this film, the student film, it's kind of broke over at where I put it drama or it's more of a I wanted to put it in the realm of let me see, Chinese horror. Those I don't know the name, but those like the Ring and whatnot, and the cinema, the Chinese craziness, and I thought that the film would do a lot better and be more. I want to aim it towards an international audience other than typical Hollywood narrative, and it's kind of artsy too because Scott has his own internal issues, but at the same time it could borderline Hollywood. I would think so with the car crash and this other stuff that I have in here, like the club scene. It could be kind of shiny and stuff like that. So I thought so. I thought it was good. I tried my best to portray it because I'm a big fan of film, and I've seen a lot of stuff. So I tend to favor international film, and I would like to keep my category as such because maybe in the future I would try to go that way. If not, most people go, oh, I'm going to be a screenwriter, I'm going to be a producer, I'm going to be a director, Hollywood, no, I'm going to have a job, and this is what my job is going to be. I'm not expecting to be anything huge or big or not even, not even a P of a P, please. I just want to get in. When somebody asks me, hey kid, I go, yeah, I wrote a script in college. I mean, and yeah, I've done a couple of things on YouTube, and yeah, I love the entertainment business, and I want to work. Whether I'm putting down tape, or I'm carrying wires, or I'm getting coffee, or I'm reading, but as you say in class, the first 10 pages, get out of here. Is what I'm going to do. So, I learned a lot from your class, and I totally appreciated it. But I wanted to let you know that, things do change, and sometimes they're sharp changes, and sometimes they go directly and unconnect to some other world, and then, it's up to me as a writer, as the person with the vision, to keep it connected. And even though it can be hard, it's kind of simply easy because as long I felt as long as the plots connected and the storyline flowed together, that I would be okay. So I didn't wing it. I studied, I rewrote, I wrote, and I wrote, and I read, and I read, and I wrote, and I read, and I went to class, and which I'm sorry, what I did. So this is my kind of thing, maybe for you to remember me by, because you, as my screenwriting teacher, I will never forget it. So I kind of wanted to give that back to you, and then at the same time let you know that I really do a great job, and I learned a lot from you. And if I could do it again, I definitely will. Alright, I guess that's enough of the sobbing and the student crying. But I just wanted to give it back to you, and most of my professors, I do something for, and you made me better as well. I have a couple of other English teachers that I really like, and I just didn't want to leave with like oh yeah, man, thanks, man, and you not knowing how much I appreciated you, and I know the rest of the class does too. So I'm gonna cut this short and end by saying that it was my very pleasure to sit in your class, and even though the class was 3 hours long, I loved every minute of it, and I hope to see you around campus or when I start work, hopefully bump into you, and I hope you're a bit of a dick about it, because I learn better when people are that way. So. All right, David, it's been my pleasure, man, and I'll see you around.